Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here, and part of this pickups video is actually some things that I bought that I really wanted to give a shout out to a guy locally. Now, he does check out my YouTube videos and things like that, but I don't believe that he has a YouTube channel. I'm fairly certain that he doesn't, because if he does, he hasn't mentioned it to me. I believe the way you pronounce his YouTube handle is Jukahman. I'm not totally certain if that's right, but I'm going to put you know, like info up there as the proper spelling and everything like that. And I met him earlier on today. I picked up a few things from him, but I'm going to save that for the end of the video. So I'm going to get into my pickups right now. First one here is R-Type Command, which still has all its GameStop stickers and stuff like that on it. I thought that this was something completely different than what I was picking up. I thought this was going to be a shooter, and this isn't. It's like a tactical kind of thing, so I don't really know if I'm interested in that. Like, I'm into Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff like that, but I did see some gameplay of this, and I really don't think I want to be playing tactics type game on a PSP, so I'm probably going to end up getting rid of that at the end. I'm really disappointed in that fact. I thought this was going to be like an updated version of R-Type for the PSP. I was really excited to check it out, and then when I saw gameplay footage of it, I was rather disappointed. So, and if you take a look at the back, it really does look like it would be a shooter or something like that. So, you know, like I said, kind of disappointing in that regard, but it is an Atlas title, so I probably can recoup my costs on that for sure. I'm sure somebody out there would be interested in this title, and for that there I paid $4, so pretty cool deal I think for that title. But like I said, I'm not going to be keeping it in my collection just because it isn't what I thought it was going to be. Moving on though, at the same store I found this here, which is a copy of Justice League Heroes, which I already have in my collection, and I got this game as part of a trade, and I'm trying to remember who I did the trade with. It was a little while back now. I'm completely at a loss for it. It might have been at the Waterloo swap, or I'm having a hard time figuring it out. I can't remember who traded this to me, so that's really unfortunate. But this is a copy that I found today, which is actually in really great shape, which is kind of nice. And again, that was $4, totally complete as well, which is sweet. And the thing about this one here is the disc is just like really beautiful, near perfect. So that's pretty awesome right there. I'll be able to upgrade mine. Not that mine was in bad shape, the other one that I had was in great shape, but just this one's just a slight bit better. So that's pretty cool right there, and I'll be able to sell the other one off and recoup my costs as well on that for sure. So that's pretty cool right there. Those two finds at the one spot. The next one I picked up, kind of a questionable pickup, maybe to some degree. I don't know. We'll have to see. The reason why I picked it up though is I did want to use it for something in the future, not just for a game. I wanted to actually use it for a video that I want to put together, so I'm kind of interested in the title for that reason, and I was looking into getting it and stuff like that, just a little bit more online than I wanted to pay for it, and it's Troy Aikman Football. And for that there I paid $4.04. It does have a dust sleeve on it. Unfortunately, it's been cracked a little bit, but it still functions and everything like that, so I'll be able to put that on a game that probably deserves a dust sleeve on it versus this one right here. You know, for $4, basically that's the value of it, so not that bad of the pickup, I don't think. I've never played the game before, and I'm not a huge like football fan. It's just not my thing, but still nonetheless, for a decently labeled game and, you know, a backing that I'll probably be able to pilfer off of there and put on something else. Pretty good find, I think, for sure. But this is the thing that I wanted to show you guys, just because it's the a big item. I wanted to get it cleaned up and tested it and stuff like that, and I always show you the stuff in the condition that it comes in when I pick it up. I never clean it up first. I always clean my stuff up after, although I've been falling a little bit behind because I have a huge stack over here that I really need to clean up. But here's this one, like for instance this one here, you can see this has GameStop stickers and stuff on it. So I wanted to get this cleaned up, although it doesn't really need much of a cleanup, to tell you the honest truth. Just a quick dusting will probably do this system wonders. It's an Xbox system, the original, but it is a green system, so this is the limited edition Halo edition version of it. Pretty cool. It was sitting on a card actually that just came out at a Goodwill, or if it hadn't just came out, it just was sitting there for quite some time on the card. It also came with one of these controllers here, and there is a game in here. I can't remember what it is. It's just some sort of sports title, because I did plug this in at the store, and it does have a game in it, like I said, but it's just a sports game, so whatever, that's not a big deal. It came with all the cables and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. But a really, really decent find, and you can see the price on it there. I paid $15.01 for it, which is definitely a good deal for that. This looks to me like it's never been tampered with or anything like that, so it's not modified and things like that, which is nice just to get a stock system like this. And like I said, I plugged it in and powered on and everything, so pretty good to go like that. The tray opened and everything like that, so really great. Alright, the next thing that I want to show you here is actually something that I got off of eBay now. This particular item, I probably overpaid for a little bit for it. I'm actually can't remember off the top of my head what I paid for it, so I will check that out and I'll put it up like I usually do up above here, so just keep that in mind. But I probably paid more than it's worth, but honestly finding Super Nintendo games is a little challenging these days. So I ordered this from a guy in New Brunswick. I'm not really going to shout them out and stuff like that because this is totally an eBay deal, so that's that. But I picked up Lethal Weapon for the Super Nintendo. The back of this one's obviously been swapped out, which is really unfortunate though, just because the back of it's yellow, but the front of it's great, so maybe I'll be able to find a donor for this. But yeah, Lethal Weapon, I saw some gameplay of this and it sort of looked decent. It didn't look like a great game or anything like that, but I really wanted to check it out, and a huge fan of those movies back in the day. Really enjoyed all the Lethal Weapon movies, so thought I would get this one for the collection just for the sake of nostalgia factor, that's for sure. Moving on, this is the trade that I was talking about earlier with Jukahman, and I had some really awesome items off of them actually. I've done trades with, not trades, I shouldn't say a trade really, I've bought things from him in the past. I bought Hyperstone Heist and a bunch of other Genesis stuff previously from him, and this is a while back, so I can't remember off the top of my head all the stuff that I got from him, but a lot of cartridge based things, and he has really good prices. So if you are in sort of the GTA kind of region and you can hit up Mississauga and you see this guy's ads and things like that on Kijiji, you should probably do a deal with him because his prices are reasonable. It's not my usual thrift shopping prices or anything like that, but definitely reasonable, and you'll see what I'm saying here in a second. So he posted an ad for a GameCube, which I don't normally pick up GameCubes anymore. They're basically doorstops to me. I can use my Wii to play the games and things like that, so I'm not really big on the console itself. I mean, I have the Wavebird controller, so basically I can wirelessly, play those games using the Wii console like I was saying. But this deal I couldn't pass up, and there's a couple of reasons for that. He wanted $40 for it, but it's a complete in box Paper Mario Edition GameCube, which is super awesome. So that's really what I was looking for, and the box is in really decent shape. It's not in perfect shape or anything like that, but it's definitely in decent shape, and I'll open this up a little bit. I'm trying to be careful with it though, because this is obviously going to be a display piece for me. Inside there's like a bag manual and all that kind of stuff in here, and also the copy of Paper Mario is in here as well, which is something I was looking for. I'll probably just take this right out of the box, put that with my collection. I didn't have this game yet, so this is really what I was after, and it's totally complete and looks to be in excellent condition. I haven't really checked the condition of the game. I could use a little cleaning, but not too bad at all really. So the case itself is actually in wonderful shape, so that's really nice right there. And it also came with a black controller, like all the hookups, basically everything's in here, so this is super awesome. I'm not going to pull everything out. He said the system works fine and everything like that, so really what I was after was the box though for display, and that's pretty wicked for sure. Just want to try to get everything back in here properly. But yeah, so that's something that I was definitely interested in, and I figured for 40 bucks that's not too bad at all, especially with the price of GameCube controllers on their own these days. You know, that's gonna look pretty wicked on the shelf right there, and super happy to get that. That was the original part of it. We were messaging back and forth actually to figure out a time where we could do that deal, and I said, and I knew from the past that he had some Genesis and Super Nintendo stuff, and I really wish I could have afforded basically to buy the stuff that he had. He had some really nice items for Super Nintendo that I would have loved to get my hands on, but probably couldn't afford the price tag on them, so I had to leave some of that behind. But there were a couple of titles that I did pick up from him. And the first one, as far as Super Nintendo goes, is this one here, which is Orbitus. And he got me a wicked deal on that, just $5. So to get a Super Nintendo game in my area for $5 these days is a pretty wicked deal, and that's what he wanted for this. I don't know a whole lot about this title, but I did check out some gameplay, and I'm somewhat interested in it. I think, I'm trying to remember back now, I think, because I checked out like all the different games he had, I think this one is sort of like a first person's perspective, and you're going through, and I just love the way that it looks. Like when you're sort of turning in it, it like really, it's just beautiful looking when you're turning from the first person's perspective. Like on other systems back in the day when you did this first person view, it was kind of sort of like blocky when you turn, and this one is just like a smooth animation as you're turning. It looks really beautiful. I don't know anything about this game though, to tell you the honest truth, so it's something I'm willing to check out. For $5 I was willing to do that. Another game that he had, and he told me about the condition of it ahead of time. He told me that it was yellowed, and for the price he was asking for it, I didn't mind that at all. I'll be able to upgrade it later, but really wanted to get it into the collection. I was checking out gameplay of it. It seems kind of interesting, sort of a mixed system of reviews or whatever you want to call it for this, so not all positive or anything like that, but just an interesting title, so I thought I would grab it. And it's Tecmo's RPG series Secret of the Stars, a fantasy. So that's pretty cool right there. I guess they don't just make football games for the NES, so that's pretty cool right there. So hopefully I can get some of that yellowing in. I don't know if you can really tell in there, but it is like maybe like cigarette kind of yellowing. I'm sure that's not his fault. The label's a little bit not very vibrant or anything like that as well. Probably though sun fading, I think, but still pretty awesome right there. When I asked him about the different games, he gave me a bunch of different prices, and he said he wanted 20 for this one, which is totally reasonable for this game, the Secret of the Stars, and $5 for this one. And kind of, I asked for a discount on them only because of the fact that I was actually out and I was, you know, talking. Well, I was like in a restaurant with a friend at the time, and when he gave me the prices, I was sort of sitting there, and we were just about to pay basically, and my friend pulled out a 20 to put down like his portion of the payment, and I scooped that up kind of thing, because he said, you know, he'd do these both for 20, so I kind of said okay, and then my friend was putting down his 20, so I paid like on my card kind of thing, and then I got that extra 20 so I could put this with it. So basically for the Paper Mario Edition GameCube and these two games, I paid $60. I thought it was a pretty good deal, because I know that this one alone here probably goes for like $40 almost on eBay with shipping and all that kind of stuff. So really good deal. Like I said, if you get a chance to do a trade, or not a trade, rather a purchase. I don't know if he does trades, you'd have to ask him, but if you get a chance to do a purchase from Jukahman, definitely go do that. He's an awesome guy. You know, I've been by there at least I think 3 times now to buy games off of him. So if you have any doubts and you get the chance to deal with them, definitely do that. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.